Hello friends, my name is Masood. Today we shall talk about a topic, deep learning. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in artificial intelligence and you want to learn about it. So let's start, friend. First of all, I will request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well, so that my videos can reach to you, and also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Friend, basically if you just see this diagram, first is the artificial intelligence, and then machine learning, and then deep learning. So basically first layer, or you can say as a whole concept, is artificial intelligence. Now what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is basically a capability in a machine through which it can behave like a human. For example, robots, they basically have by using the artificial intelligence, they have the capability to behave, to think, to react like a human. For example, the driving cars without a driver, by using the artificial intelligence, the car can drive anywhere. So this is an example of artificial intelligence. Similarly, the software like Siri software, which uses the artificial intelligence, wherever you are going, it will help you to recommend you where is the location where you can go. So Siri is another example of artificial intelligence. Now if you can understand the concept of artificial intelligence means that the intelligence is based on artificial, but basically it uses the concept of human intelligence. Okay, so that is why it is called as artificial intelligence. Now our artificial intelligence has a subtype called as machine learning. Now machine learning, based on the concept that is basically it uses the historical data, and based on the historical data it will predict about the outcome. Now again, the machine learning, so basically, like for example, a child who basically also uses the concept of learning, like with the passage of time it's learning. So how it's basically learning? It's learning from the past experiences, it's learning from the knowledge, it's learning from the historical data. So that is called as the concept of learning in a child. Similarly, machine learning has also the same concept, that it uses the historical data as an input, and it by using its own learning. So remember that machine learning has the capability that it uses its own learning concepts, and by learning it will produce the outcome or result. So that is the concept of machine learning. Now deep learning is the subtype of machine learning. Remember here, artificial is the main concept, then the sub layer, or you can say the sub concept, is the machine learning, and deep learning is the sub concept of machine learning. Now what is deep learning? Deep learning is basically using the concept of artificial neural network. Artificial neural network means that basically it is inspired by the neuron of a brain, human brain. Like we know that human brain has a neuron which is basically similar. The artificial neural network is basically using the concept of the neuron of a brain, and basically it has, the artificial neural network has been trained to learn models, patterns, and based on its own capability to solve a problem. Here remember one thing, that deep learning means it is based on the concept of artificial neural network, which is inspired by the neuron of a brain, and it solved the problem by its own self, right? No one will basically, it has the capability to learn from the inputs, take the input, process it, and solve a problem. So that is called as the concept of deep learning. Now friend, the building block of a artificial neural network is called the perceptron. Like perceptron means that human has the neuron. So similarly in the deep learning, perceptron is basically a concept from the neuron of a biological neuron actually. The average human brain has approximately 100 billion neurons, and a human neuron, basically how it behaves, like it takes the input from other neurons, add the input, and resulting sum in if greater than a threshold, it fires a produces an output. The fired output is then sent to other connected neuron. So how it behaves like human neuron, like it takes the input, process it, adds the values, and if it crosses the threshold, it produces the output. So it is the logic in the human neuron, biological neuron. Now same concept applies in the perceptron as well. Perceptron is basically the similar concept to the neuron. Okay, how it behaves, like the perceptron takes the input, and every input has its own weight. Okay, for example, if there are 4 inputs are there, for example x1, x2, x3, x4 for example, so every input has their its own weightage, w1, w2, w3. Okay, so and there is a summation function. Summation means that we add all those inputs, and then we have a function, activation function. Activation function means there is some threshold. That threshold means that if that threshold crossed, so we produce the output. Okay, so that is called as the concept of perceptron. Again, see, it takes the input, based on the weightage it calculates the summation. Okay, and if the summation sum value is crossed the activation function has the threshold value, it produces the output. So that is called as the concept of perceptron. So the whole concept of deep learning is based on the concept of perceptron, or perceptron is basically using the artificial neural network, which is inspired by the biological neuron of a human being. Like the human neuron is also using the same concept, like it takes the input, process it, and produces the output. Similarly, the perceptron is also the same concept from the neuron, and it also uses the same concept of processing the input and producing the output. So friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with the friends and colleagues, and if you have any question, please do ask me in the comment section, and let me know if you are liking the videos related to artificial intelligence, and should I make more videos about artificial intelligence or not. So please let me know, and thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. Thank you.